There we go. Hi, everybody. I am back because the blood moon is spectacular. I don't often show night, but it's so pretty. I mean, it is so orange. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Good to see you. Um, hey, sweet Melissa. It's good to see you. Yeah, I went live earlier and did a whole stream, but man, moon is amazing. Hey, Rochelle, good to see you. Retha, wonderful to see you again. I saw, so there seems to be another mystery where Foodie Beauty is concerned. So Foodie, she hides her movements, right? And to be fair, she does have some crazy reaction channels that are pretty unhinged. Like they're pretty extreme and excessive. Far more extreme than like Everyday with Jay and Cluminati. Some of these people that follow Foodie Beauty, they are like, they have a great deal of animosity toward her, and they have really wreaked havoc with her life, like really. And so because of that, they often like, that movie Don't F with Cats. Well, it's kind of like that for her. She's got this group of people that follow her, and they are so good at online detective work, right? So just about anything she does, they figure it out. They can figure out where she is in hours. I mean, you see, they thought she was in Syria, and it took them about 2 hours off of a water bottle. They figured out that she was actually in Doha, Qatar, a place she's never been before, never talked about going, and they figured it out. So when I say that these people, if I ever go missing, please get the Foodie Beauty followers to get on the case and find me, because these people, I'm thoroughly impressed with their detective PI work. Like, they're good, okay? So because of these people, and because she's under such scrutiny all the time, she often hides where she's going, where she's going to be, and all that. Well, she had said that I just saw a couple of lightning bugs. That's wonderful. I hadn't seen lightning bugs in a long time. She was supposed to stay in Qatar until September the 23rd, right? So she was going to stay like a whole month. Well, the last live that she did, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, the last live she did, she looked awful. And I'm not saying that being bullying. I mean, I'm saying that very, very worried about her. She looks 100% like she's in congestive heart failure. And I did send a communication, to please go to the hospital there in Doha, that she needed to be cleared and make sure that she's okay. Because just go look at the last live that she put up. You'll see what I mean. She looks very ill. She looks very swollen. The live before that one, she was in extreme physical pain. She's really struggled. She's really got, I mean, she was sick. So anyway, I'm going to back out of this and not be so zoomed in. There we go. So now I can sit back and be comfortable. So anyway, and I don't know if you can see my feet, but please excuse them. I'm just trying to chill right now, okay? It's the end of my day. Okay. That's a pretty picture, right? Okay. And so she's supposed to stay in Qatar until the 23rd of September, which is, you know, at least what, 2 weeks, I think. And there was a post that she put up. It said something like, "Why go back to Syria?" And she showed her cat and then her husband. And I thought, there's just no way. There's no way in hell you got an airplane and went back to Syria when you're obviously sicker than I've ever seen you. Like I've never seen, well, let me be frank, any creator that I felt like I was like, honey, please go to a doctor like right now. Don't, like, please do that and make sure you're safe. Anyway, so now she's gone. She did put up a message that said, "I'll be gone for a few days. I need a few days to settle back in." And so now there's like this big discussion in the Foodie Beauty community and the reaction communities, you know, where's Foodie Beauty? Did she really go back to Syria? I cannot imagine. I can't imagine with the condition that she was in the last time she went live. I just can't believe she would go back there. No healthy food, no clean water, no air conditioning, no electricity. I just can't believe that she would do that. She was in the hotel, Maggie May. She was in the hotel. She said that she was staying there in Qatar until September 23rd. And now we've got a post that goes up. It says, "I need a few days to settle back in," quote unquote. And she did put this post up that said, "Why go back to Syria?" It had a picture of her cat and her husband. But I thought, no, this is not Foodie Beauty. She never gives any clues where she's traveling to or even when she travels. She tricks people. She'll like pre-record things, and then while she's in the air, she'll release a bunch of videos. So she's always trying to throw people off. She's afraid of being confronted in an airport or somebody waiting for her by the airport and then them following her to wherever she's going to be staying. So she keeps all that secret, right? She keeps it hidden. So my question is, did she put that up? Why go back to Syria? Did she put those pictures up to try to throw people off? Is that... I'll tell you what, if she was my daughter, if she was my child, I would have been raising holy hell for her to get to a hospital, not to get on an airplane, for God's sake, going anywhere. She needed to be in a hospital. I'm going to tell you straight up, she looked like she needs to be on dialysis. She looks like she needs to be on diuretic pills. It's scary. Go look at her last live. You'll see what I'm talking about. Her poor little eyes, you could barely see her eyes. It was all so swollen. So, you know, even if she put all that stuff up to throw people off so she could make the trip to Canada, to go home, even that would have been terribly foolish. Just because she's so clearly ill. I can't imagine she needed to go anywhere. She needed a doctor. She needed a hospital. She needed insulin. She needs to be stabilized. Like it's scary. If you go look at her, those of you that have some kind of medical background, nurses, doctors, go look. Go tell me what you're seeing, because I'm seeing congestive heart failure. She's trying to put up a good front. Yeah, I mean, that was clear. She was unwell, and then she'd start smiling and talking, and you know what? It's guiding. It's all about money. She seems to have so many close calls. I wouldn't think her body could take much more. Agree, Maggie. It. I haven't followed her for very long, comparable to all these other people that know her so well. But what I saw, she doesn't look good. I mean, she looked, and maybe that's where she is. Maybe she did go to the doctor. Maybe they did admit her into the hospital. I'll tell you this, her size, it is not uncommon. In fact, I would be willing to say more likely than not, she would, if she was in the United States, her doctors would have her like on pain pills, because carrying that amount of mass is so hard on your bones and your joints, your muscles and ligaments. Those people live in excruciating pain, whether they're trying to walk or even if they're just, once they become bedbound, the weight that sits on their joints all the time, it turns into an almost unmanageable physical health issue. Lots of pain, lots of like kidney, liver problems. Frankly, I don't know how she stood being there with no electricity, no fresh water to keep clean, no air conditioning. Her body generates an enormous amount of heat with all that weight. So I'm telling you, she did not look well. She did not. She looked really, really bad. So wherever she is, I hope to God she did not go back to Syria, of all places. But the other thing that the community is having a big talk about is about that little girl, Sasa. There were people that said that the little girl was calling Salah Dad. And so I went back and started listening, because I can speak a little bit of Arabic. And I went back and listened really close, and she does use two colloquial names for a dad. Like, okay, so like father would be the proper name, right? But some people might call their dad, daddy, papa. So she says two colloquial kind of words, like terms of endearment for the father. But more shocking is she actually called Chantal mom. So I need to make a video tonight demonstrating that so everybody can hear it. So I don't know. Maybe those people that claim that Salah already has one wife and he has one wife, and that the Sasa is actually Salah's child. Maybe Maybe they're right. I don't know, but you can clearly hear her call Chantal something mom, and I can't make out what she said before it. I can't tell if she's saying little mom or new mom. She's saying, and she's using a more formal term for mom, for mother. Instead of saying like mother, instead of saying like mom or mommy, she's using the term mother. Hey, Sammy's girl, welcome. Good to see you. Amethyst Alliance. Dun, dun, dun. You did, Harley. Welcome. It's great to see you. Maybe it was, Maggie. I don't know how to say stepmother. How would you, let me think a minute. Oh, allow you. Stepmother. Waka, waka, walk off in the step. Walk off in the Waka Awalawi? Maybe Waka Alawawi. I don't know. I can look online and see, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's stepmother, or maybe second mother. I need to do some investigating. Yeah. Yep. Is going blind. Who's going blind? How can you go blind with that big, beautiful moon out there? You know what? When I first started filming, it was as orange as it could possibly be. Look how much it has gone white just since we've been talking. If you just got here, go back to the beginning of this video. You won't believe how big the moon is and how red it is. Seclusion has excellent hearing. Yeah, the wind is blowing. It's so I actually would like for Bill to put me one of those you know, the rope swings where it's like a bed instead of a sofa on the ropes. I wish he would put me a swing up here that's like a bed. I would totally sleep out here. It feels amazing tonight. The wind coming off the water is so nice and cool. Scroll up and read my second comment. What is your theory? Tell me your theory. I know, Vicky, it's so beautiful. I wish I had a picture of it over like downtown Houston. What's your theory? Hey, Crypto Maria. Yeah, wouldn't that be pretty, Marcia? Yeah, it's getting deep out there. The tide's in. Yeah, full moons make people go crazy. Those are the wildest nights in an ER. Of course, Saricia. Thank you, Diane. It's good to see you. She admitted that Sasa belongs to Sala? Yet Jackie asked her, on the full moon, the ERs are overflowing with people, and it's a lot of like mental health issues. I think it is Canada. It's not a matter of where she wants to be. It's a matter of saving her life. She is looking so ill. I actually said to go to an ER, to a hospital there in Doha. Who's in the Houston area? Oh, your daughter? Oh, nice. Yeah. She did. She looked really sick. She looks like she's in heart failure. Oh, I would believe it. I have a nephew who is what are they? A paramedic. And so he's on the fire department ambulance, and every time he works and there's a full moon, he's just like, no, it's gonna be a horrible night. Water's deep, deep. Oh, absolutely seclusion. Ben Taub is crazy anyway in Houston, full moon or not. Yeah, Harley. I sent a message and said, you need to go to a hospital in Doha. Don't get on an airplane anywhere. Oh, they'll totally do that, Maggie May. Absolutely. They would not hesitate not a moment to help a Westerner in the ER. Not a moment. Yeah, one of the reasons is because all, and I mean all, of the doctors were trained in the West. They were either trained in Canada, not too many in Canada, but England, the United States, the Caribbean. Um, oh, there's some medical schools in Kuwait. Of course, Dubai has got some medical schools. Yeah, no. In fact, if you went to an ER in Doha, the doctors and nurses probably all speak English. Same way with Turkey. Turkey, there's a great deal of English speaking medical professionals. One of the places that I work in Houston at the medical center, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. With around 8, or well, 9, 10. We have 10 doctors, and of those 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 are Middle Eastern. Not unusual at all. And in the Middle East, here's another factoid. Oh, Sammy's girl making another donation for the Barry Morphew trial. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I love the little sticker. That's sweet. um, Here's another factoid. Uh, why is my dog barking? Hold on. Kitty dog! Oh, she's probably got a cat or something over there she's barking at. Another factoid. What was I going to tell you? Oh, in the Middle East, just about every child is raised to speak English or French. And even the kids that come from poor families, the working poor, obviously not so much street families, but people that have jobs, even though they may be, a little bit lower paying, those people, those parents will work double jobs. They'll work 12 hours a day to get the money to pay for an English tutor or a French tutor so that their children can learn that second language. And it was explained to me that they believe that if their children are bilingual, that their kids will have a better chance of being able to like move up out of the class that they were born into. So it doesn't matter if this is the wealthiest of wealthy families living in the mansions, or if it's working people, just like people, bricklayers and things like that. The investment they make into their children is so impressive. It's so impressive. They look at their kids as an investment in the future. So it's, we could learn a lot from that. So, I'd go back and live in Egypt again in a heartbeat. I loved it. It's one of my best places I ever lived. Who? Seclusion? Your daughter? I think my battery's about to die too. Your wife? Okay. I'm sorry, she's looking tired. They got they get free medical school if they practice in rural areas. Yes, that's right. Yep. What I'm tracking is Chantal's money for school story. It's morphing from special school. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what is in her that makes it possible for her to say, give me money for a little kid for their school. And then she turns around and gets a trip to Qatar. And I'll tell you why I think she needed it. I think she needed that $1,000 to buy the plane ticket to get to Qatar. And then once in Qatar, then she was able to access her YouTube coin. And I think that's why she said she wasn't coming back to Syria until after September 23rd, because that way she could have taken home 2 YouTube paychecks. I think it was strategic. Yeah, Aretha. But I'm wondering if something happened and she got sick and now her mom was like, get your ass home. You're not well. We got to get you well. Not like she used to, Maggie. There was a time when Chantal was bringing in $15,000 a month. I mean, every month. And she started drinking more, using more drugs, and it just went to hell in a handbasket. And since she's been with Salah, this is the lowest her channel has ever had. I've never seen her channel this low. Nobody's watching. Everybody is just sick of Salah. Yeah, one of her prescriptions that she told us, it was definitely for parasites, which would have likely come from the meat that they're eating, which is low quality, that they're probably rubbing it with salt, trying to keep it from spoiling, and they just don't know how to do it like the old folks used to do it, Yeah, no, nothing would make me go to. If she goes back to Syria, I'm just going to be. It's incredible. Like, what in the world? I don't know. I need to do a whole discussion on why young women feel like they must have a man. Because I'm going to tell you something. There's things a hell of a lot worse than being alone. And one of those is being with an abusive man. Nothing is worse than being with an abusive guy. Nothing is worse than your partner being abusive. Oh, same, Harley. Oh my God. The thought of having parasites. Oh my God. Ugh. No. Nope. I don't know. She was there. Was she there a month or 6 weeks? Or maybe a month? No, yeah, she was only there like a month, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. Exactly, seclusion. I would agree, Harley. No, let's be honest. At her weight, no air conditioning, I'm not gonna lie, that'd kill me. No, I don't know how she did it. And if she goes back, that's incredible. I don't, I'm mystified why a man would be more important than her life. I don't understand it. But then again, you eat your way to 300, 350 pounds. Isn't that self-destructive? But to be fair, she wasn't that big when she first started doing YouTube. I think the money, doing all the mukbangs, I think the money got her all messed up, and then the fear of losing her channel, and things just spiraled out of control. She can't paint the inside of her house. Paint doesn't cost anything in the Middle East. Yeah, if you can find some of her earlier videos, you'll see she wasn't that big. I mean, she was still overweight, but nothing like she had a neck. Less active, more depressed. The more weight you gain, the less you move. The less you move, the lower your serotonin and dopamine. The lower your serotonin and dopamine, the more depressed you get. And it's just an endless cycle. The lack of movement creates this incredible weighted depression, and you respond by trying to get your dopamine up by eating. And so it's just a deadly cycle. I know, Martian, but she's swollen. If you look at her eyes, that was to put on that much weight in 24, 48 hours, that was pure water. That was water retention. That's congestive heart failure. I know it was, Martian. Imagine the heart and how much water is around that heart. Anyway, we'll see. She always pops up in a couple of days. I just can't. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I am gonna be blown away if she's back in Syria. If she goes back to Syria, I may have to just quit watching her. Like, I just can't stand to watch somebody self-destruct. I can't take it. Because people can always get strong. You know, they got to get their head right. They got to think about the world through facts and not emotions. get a little bit of exercise every day, she could totally turn her life around. So easily she could turn around, but as long as she's with that abusive asshole, won't be able to. I mean, did y'all notice that when she was trying to walk across the room, how hard she was breathing? Yeah, she could have totally brought that cat with her. Of course. Yep, cats with Salah. That's his insurance policy that he can get her to come back. I wouldn't come back. Chantal, don't you dare go back to Syria. That that is your your body cannot take that. My body wouldn't be able to take it. Mm, yeah, I walk. I walk probably a minimum of 3 times a day, but probably like 5 times a day. And each time I walk a mile, um, which takes me right at about 15 minutes. So, yeah, and I'll tell you the reason I do it, because I don't want to get old. And I sit on the floor. I try to force myself into situations where I got to use my muscles. But I started the frequent walking during COVID because I was doing all my work from home. And I'm talking about in 1 month, 6 pounds I gained. Boom. And I was like, oh my God, how did that happen? I'm not eating anything. And it was just 100%. Instead of walking around the hospital all day, I was sitting in front of my computer. And so then I started doing, after each patient, I get up and I do my little quick walk. No, 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 no. No, they do not eat cats in the Middle East. No. Cats are cats are kind of like sacred. Like, think about Egypt. Think about like the artwork with the cats and stuff, right? No, cats are revered. Dogs are considered dirty. Although, please, people, no, the younger generation don't really buy into the whole dogs are dirty thing. More and more, you're seeing people with nice dogs in the Middle East. But cats, oh, cats are like special. Sorry, I started rocking in my rocking chair. Yeah, cats are special. Cats are the only animal not named in the Bible. I didn't know that. I hear somebody walking next door. All right. I bet she got meat. I don't know. I hope she's safe. That's all I can say. I hope she wasn't so foolish to go back to Syria. But we'll see. We just gotta wait. Me, same, Harley. They, Martian planet, in Syria, they eat lots of goat. You know, goats will eat anything, right? So they're common meat for the desert area. They eat ribs. She needed to be, Retha. She needed to be on dialysis from the look of things. I mean, she was swollen, swollen. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Vicky, thank you for saying that. You know what that is? That's narcissism. That laugh, that is narcissism. That is someone who's saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. It's not normal to laugh like that. Yeah. No, I think he's a creep. I think he's an abusive asshole. He grosses me out. That that stuff that he said with Kybella, he's nasty. He is a gross, nasty, scary guy. Hey, Amber. She's really putting herself in danger. It's absolutely. Yeah, Maggie. She said that the doctor said she has to go back on insulin. Her blood sugar was super high, and then she didn't go to the appointment. She was she's supposed to go. That her doctor's appointment was on Thursday, and she got on the airplane going to Qatar on Tuesday or Monday. See, I think they had a fight. I don't think she was planning on going to Qatar. Yeah, I think they had a fight. I think he said YouTube is not going to pay if you're living here in Syria, and if we don't have your money, then we don't have anything. And if you ever want to live here with me, we have to make our house good. And so you need to leave and go somewhere and make some YouTube money. And I think that's how it all played out. Oh, I would not. You know what, Nancy Drew? Living in Egypt nearly 10 years, I would do anything. What I would not do, ain't no way in hell you'd find me in Qatar by myself. No. Nope. Wouldn't do it. I don't even think I'd go to Jordan by myself. I might. But not Syria. And I probably would not go to Turkey by myself. I definitely would not make the trip from Egypt to Israel alone. Um, that's a pretty harrowing excursion, and there's a lot of shady people. But no, I wouldn't go to Qatar. No way. It's a bad place. She just strikes me as someone who doesn't understand the world. She seems like to me she's someone who doesn't have any experience with anything, and so she thinks everywhere is just like Canada. She really doesn't understand that Syria is the most dangerous country in the world. And Dara, where they're actually living, is in fact the most dangerous area to live in. I would go to the Congo alone before I would go to Syria. Yeah, Martian. It's pretty strange. Yeah, I think she was incredibly sheltered, and I don't think her mother could control her at all. And I think she raised herself because she would say no, and her mom would just accept it because she didn't know how to she didn't know how to manage children. There's some weird lightning going on over there. I don't know if the camera's, catching it. Did y'all see that? Yeah, she was a juvenile delinquent. She spent time like in a group home. Yeah, it's weird, Martian, because it's like a perfect circle. It's pretty. It's heat lightning. Like I said, I wish I had a bed out here. I would sleep outside tonight. You have it in Mobile? Hey, Donna Burns. Great to see you. Hey, Nancy. Concussion from the fall on the head. Yikes. Well, I hope you're feeling better. How'd you fall on concrete? The sky was red. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that was pretty. That's awesome. I know, that's terrible. When did it happen, Nancy? Yeah, it was absolutely. If you go back to the beginning of this live, you can see it. And then I started running my mouth, and now I've been out here for an hour. And now we have a white shining moon. It's actually kind of yellow. Well, Nancy, I hope you heal quickly. She fell January the 15th. My God, Nancy. So sorry. It's super, like, yellow. And my camera's it's got a mist on it. I fell on January 15th, was going to a friend's, never been to their house, tripped on a small step. My goodness. Well, I hope you're on the mend. African sand blowing in our atmosphere. Yeah, if y'all didn't see it at the beginning of the live, go back and look. It was gorgeous. It was enormous. Huge. All right, I gotta go to sleep. I was thinking we might get a little bit more lightning, but it looks like it stopped. Yeah, that's awful, Nancy. Everybody, please remember Nancy in your prayers. And also Zelda and Larry. Zelda is being transported to a rehabilitation hospital tomorrow morning. Yeah, maybe Chantal will show up tomorrow and she'll be back at her mom and dad's or at her mom's house in Canada, where she really needs to be. She needs to be in damn hospitals where she needs to be. Someone said to me this week that I need to lose weight and I mustn't have any willpower. What a horrible human being, Nancy. I don't know who said that to you, but you know what? To hell with them. None of their business. You're awesome, just like you are, and you're working hard to make sure that you know, get your health back. That's the only thing that matters. Wow, people are so dumb. See a neurologist specializing in concussions. Yeah, you got a lot of healing to do. You've got 6 months after a head injury. You've got 6 months of very, very rapid healing, and then up to a year of a moderate level of healing. But even then, you still have 3 years of you know, refinement and improvement. So don't get scared. You're going to recover a lot of the stuff that got scrambled when you hit your head. It's going to come back. Just do what your physical therapists are telling you to do. Yeah, they're dealing with health stuff too. Nancy is so crazy. Thank goodness she remembered that she could yell at her, you know, I don't know what it was, but she yelled and said, you know, call my husband, and then he called the ambulance. Yeah, mean people suck. Don't even worry about them, Nancy. Yeah, so people are so incredibly focused on themselves. It's just shocking. Really awful. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you guys got sleepy watching the bright moon. And Nancy, all the best to you, and I hope you have great, great healing. Could be up to 18 months with some residuals left. Yeah, that 6 month window though, you're going to be shocked at how fast you heal. 6 months. I don't remember. I used to know 72%. I think it was 70 something. Most of what you've lost will come back in that first 6 months. Just keep being involved in physical therapy, and I don't know if you're doing any occupational or anything like that, but the therapies are designed to sort of stimulate your brain and get everything back like it's supposed to be, and just have faith. Just go through the motions, do what they tell you to do, even though it seems silly, and you will get the greatest amount of benefit that you possibly can. It's when people they think it's foolish or silly and it can't possibly help, and then they don't recover a lot of what they lose. But have faith in your doctors and have faith in your physical therapist, and you'll do great. You really will. A lot of what you do is actually training your brain to work around any damaged parts. So, hey, Jackie. You sleep well too, Jackie. It's good to see you. All right, everybody. I am going to go to sleep. And prayers for Nancy. It has been fun, Common Sense. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm glad I took the opportunity to come out and look at the moon. It's nice talking to everybody. I have a friend that's kept it off for years and years. That's wonderful, Diane. I hope you're doing good, Diane. You too, Ceresia. Sammy's girl, good night. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Y'all sleep well. Hey, Rosebud. My brother was in a motorcycle accident 2 years ago, traumatic brain injury, thought he'd never recover. He's able to drive again. That's a great, great, great story. And like I said, do what they're telling you to do and you will recover. That's exactly, got to have faith, you know? All right, well, we'll talk again tomorrow, okay? It was great to see everybody. Please pray for Nancy. Please pray for Zelda that she heals as much as she can. And then Larry is trying to get over the damn COVID. We're gonna need our own wing in the hospital if we keep this up. It's gonna be the Jewels of Thought hospital wing. Okay. Hey, Meezer Mom, how are you doing? Meezer, you got to go back to the beginning of this video and look at the moon. It was so beautiful. All right, everybody, I'm going to sleep. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. It's good to talk to everybody. Bye.